Welcome to Socrates Garrett Live. Just a quick update today for all of our Facebook friends and family out there. We appreciate your tremendous support that we're getting on this particular broadcast. We want you to send us stars, subscribe to the platform, and always hit the notification button so that you'll know when we're going live. Now, this is just a brief broadcast to talk about yesterday's Super Bowl game. And so we wanted to say that, like many others have said, we didn't quite understand the halftime show. Now, there was a tremendous amount of knowledge there, I'm certain. And, for those of us who just didn't get it, we just didn't get it. But others thought that it was a tremendous amount of knowledge being shared there on that platform, talking about the culture of the Hispanics and things of that nature. We understood that that was important and that, it's about time for them to have a voice in the way that they had it. And so we support that. And so we didn't think that it would be long before the president would have his remarks about the halftime show, because I'm certain he, like the rest of us, was somewhat confused as to what was being said and what was being done. I couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't understand a word they were saying. I thought the dancing was over the top, but I'm more conservative than most, and so I enjoyed the music, but I didn't understand the language. As far as them coming through the geography, when they talk about them cutting the cane and things of that nature, if that's part of their heritage from a Hispanic standpoint, then it is to be appreciated. So let's just say it was a halftime show that will be talked about for a long time. Worse than the time when Janet Jackson had the little episode where, unfortunately, one of her breasts was exposed during the halftime show, and people talked about that forever. And so now we have Hispanics. Hispanics represent some 20% of the American population. They are the largest growing ethnic group in America. And so they are twice as large as the African American population. So they are here to stay and they are here to be dealt with. And they had tremendous influence in the last presidential election. We saw that black males were a little bit more conservative, and then Hispanics also moved over to support the Republican ticket. Black women held strong on the Democratic front, etc. So all of these things are expressions of culture. And so we here at We Believe Digital want to show both sides of it, and we want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want to rate the Super Bowl show as a C plus. Now I know my daughters that are listening to this are just jumping up and down because they grew up in a mixed community where they spoke Spanish and went to school with a lot of Latinos, etc. And they had a profound likeness for the show, I'm sure. And so old dad down here in Jackson, Mississippi, just didn't quite get it. Well, maybe I will the next time when we do a halftime show that focuses on Africans, not African Americans, but Africans from Ghana and Nigeria and Burkina Faso and places like that. I'd love to see the dance, the colors, and the garments that which are so very colorful. I would like to see that displayed at a halftime show. Now, as far as the game went itself, it was a complete domination by the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, that defense was just off the chain, over the top. it was like those defensive linemen would just break you up. They could just break you in half. And so I thought that New England did well just to get out of that game alive. And the next time someone speaks of the 12 and the Seattle Seahawks, know what they mean. There's no escaping from that. Tremendous game for Seattle, very disappointment for New England. I think New England was favored in the game, primarily because of history. The New England Patriots have appeared in more Super Bowls than any other team. And so when you have that history and that culture of winning, then the odds makers are going to rely on that. But I knew, and my brother Coleman knew, who tried to get me to take a bet for $100 against Seattle. He would have Seattle, and I would have Miami. I asked him right up front, "How many points are you giving?" And he said, "This is not Christmas." But anyway, this has just been a brief update. We want to test the audio that we had some trouble with here in the studio last time. And so we hope that, matter of fact, I think we'll break for a commercial right quick, then we'll come back and we'll close out. Engineer, are we able to do that?
Garrett Wholesale Tires and Trucking Company. We hit the ground running and leave the rest behind. Get moving with Garrett today. At Garrett Tire and Truck Company, we carry the top tire brands in the industry. Truck tires, commercial tires, passenger tires, all at wholesale prices. Whether you run one vehicle or an entire fleet, we keep you rolling longer with durability, performance, and unbeatable value. Why pay retail when you can buy wholesale? Garrett Wholesale Tires and Trucking Company. Top brands, wholesale prices, built for the road.
And we're back. We've been on commercial break, and we want to thank our sponsors, Garrett Tires, and one of our premier sponsors, and Earth Blend Coffee, the finest cup of coffee that money can buy. We want to thank Michael Harris and Amina for their recent orders of the coffee. And if you're out there and you want to try some Earth Blend coffee, just give us a call. You can go to earthblendcoffee.co, the website. That's earthblendcoffee.co, and you can order the coffee online. We appreciate your support. Remember, subscribe, hit the notification button, send us stars both on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. This has been a quick update from We Believe Digital Broadcasting Studio. Y'all stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.